Hello and hello, everybody. Welcome to the Embodied CEO Era. I have the wonderful, beautiful Beckie Taylor with me today. I have known Beckie for a few years. She has been a client of mine off and on for those few years. And, when I was thinking about people to have on the podcast and Beckie put a hand up, I was like, yes, of course, you need to be in the Embodied CEO Era. So thank you, Beckie, for joining us here today. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Megs. Thanks. Lovely welcome. And my time with you as popping in and out as a client has always been a hoot. We have some good laughs, and you certainly have that inspiration where I step up and do my do my thing. You hold me accountable, which
Do
is great.
your thing. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Okay, so we are live in the Embodied CEO Era group. So if you are coming live and you want to say hey and you have a question for either myself or for Beckie, please feel free to comment. We're here in YouTube and Spotify as well. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Beckie or myself at any time. All the links are going to be there. So link to the Facebook group, link to Beckie, link to me, and we can have some conversations in through there. So Beckie, for someone meeting you for the first time, how would you describe the work that you do?
I love the work I do, and it's just phenomenal. Like there's very heart-centered. My hand automatically goes to my chest, my heart chakra, because it's such a blessing to be in the company of the beautiful people that are drawn to me. It's so heart-centered in terms of we really tap into the strength of who the client is, of who the person is sitting, on the other end of a Zoom or on my healing table. And I started out doing a lot of energy work actually. I'd massage people and I was seeing in bodies, and I'd get on a plane and I'm seeing in someone's body and having to deliver a message. And I'm like, no, I don't know them. And all these freaky sort of things were happening. And in the end, I went with it and then opened up as a bit of a business to go with that as well. And yeah, I realized every time I honored it, it was such a powerful healing for the person who the message was for or who came to see me. And that was just gorgeous. And in that time of my life, I was also right into my sport, doing a lot of sport coaching. And while I had a lot of success with the skills and success in a game, I also really felt in my heart that because it was with young women at that stage, really wanted to empower them in a more beautiful way. So I really wanted to do a lot of mindset work as well. I wasn't at that stage comfortable always telling sporting people about the energy side of me. But now I've worked it out, just the best of both worlds. I've got the lots of study and research behind the human behaviors and the psychological side of things, and then the energy side of things, where I've got the body intuitive and the intelligence coming through those systems as well as the science type systems. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, how does the energy side of things and the coaching kind of go in hand together?
Yeah, I'm realizing it's very beautiful mix. Like I'd rather go on a journey with people over, a couple of weeks, couple of months. Um, and I really don't mind the one-off emergency calls as well. I find the one-off emergency calls are people that are stuck. They've tried everything, they're in a place and they've been to other people and they're like, Beckie, I know your energy works. I know your energy works. And boom, it's an energetic session where it's a done for you. Sort of people can just relax, and I go through it all and see what the body wants to say and pull out all sorts of things and resolve patterning. Um, I think I got sidetracked there. What was your question? How it all works together?
How does the coaching and the energy stuff work together?
Oh yeah, so the longer journey, the better I find, because the coaching aspect of it is, as I said before, that more science based, and we're holding people accountable in action steps. What your intention is, what your action steps are, what your future self wants, and I have the tools and resources to work towards that. And as you know, this journey of evolution can be painful or, have sticky and icky bits at times. So that's where the energy work just comes in so beautifully and naturally. And we could have a planned session and then my client rock up and I say, oh, what's going on for you? And if it's something out of the blue, then yes, so adaptable that I have those energy skills. I used to be too embarrassed to call it psychic or anything else. Who are you to call yourself psychic? But yourself, Megs, when you're with someone, you just get a hit on exactly what it's about, where the energy needs to be shifted, and you just do a whole heap of clearing and new embodiment in that single session, in an energy session. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing, cool. So it's like, I like what you said before when you said like, what's your body telling me? Like it's not necessarily like it's not coming from what you want, it's coming from what your body knows it needs. And that intuitive hit like that, it's like you get the best of both worlds. You don't have to choose coaching or healing. You can have both.
Yeah. And I thought initially like years ago, I thought I had to choose between the two, and I felt like I was always in a conflict, going, well, I really love this, so many aspects of what I've learned through my sport coaching and how I want to do mindset and this sort of work, moving people forward. Yet the healing is so feminine and so soft, nurturing, and beautiful as well. And I thought, it's the best of two worlds in our human world, our spirit world, our masculine energy, our feminine energy. And somehow I've just worked and worked at it until I found a way for that all to intertwine and be a more holistic approach. So it's great.
Yeah, that's really, really amazing because there's so many people out there that are like, it's your strategy that's the problem. No, it's your mindset that's the problem. No, it's your subconscious that's the problem. No, it's your nervous system that's the problem. No, it's this that's the problem. And everyone is so quick to diagnose people with a problem that they don't even realize that they have or that they didn't have, and now they think they have that problem. And so now they're walking around going, oh, I don't have the right strategy, that's the problem, that's the problem, that's why I'm not making $1 million, because I don't have the right strategy. And so it's the same kind of thing with you. It's like, the healing and the mindset, there's so many people out there like, no, you need to heal more, no, you need to get a better mindset, no, you need to heal more, no, you need to get a better mindset. And it's like, why can't we just work on both? You don't have
Yeah,
to
it
pay
is.
$1 million for this person, like to work with this person, and $1 million to work with this person. You can just pay me $1 million and I'll just show you both aspects of it
Or
and
even
get it
half
all
of that.
sorted out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've found myself caught in those loops where I've thought I've lacked something and gone to a specific coach and focusing on an area. And then all of a sudden, I'm following their footsteps and going, I don't really think I have that problem, but I've just been convinced I have. And it's really something, well, for me, and I think for why I like to specialize in this, is to really make sure that I'll talk about women because I mainly work with women.
Yep, yep.
Advertisers, I work with women, but I do have men call in, and that's fine. That's all healthy and good too. But I love to bring a woman home to her body, to the emotional safety of her body, because when we are emotionally safe, when we're feeling loved, and when it's consistent within, then the world is our oyster. We can operate, and we know that. Well, when women work together, we move mountains, but also when we within ourselves, where when we're in that safety, we can then just do anything. Like
Yeah,
you go to every time of your life where, oh, so successful here, I was so successful there, I was so successful there, and you go back and, well, where was I in my emotional home, my emotional safety home? And you think, yeah, I had all the bits together there. I was really flying. And that's where I like to bring women home to all the time, so that it's not about me, it's bringing you home to, here in your heart. And then whatever pond you're playing in, you go out and um, work with your people in your magical way, and the ripple effect then goes on. But it's like families, if our home, our immediate, our core nuclear family is doing well, then we're part of community in a nice way, and then communities form good societies and so forth, and the whole, you know all gushy here, but the whole we lift, humanity rises, and that's ultimately what we're all after, I think.
Yeah, see, that's what I feel like as well. It's like by helping one person, you're helping the whole of humanity.
Mm,
That's my
yes.
interpretation because it's like you help that person and then their clients feel it, their children feel it, or their partners feel it. And so that ripple effect goes out, and then there's more people that are healed and happy, and then that goes out, and then that goes out. Then they're helping their people, and they're helping their people. So that's what I always say is like we all have the same purpose in life. Our purpose in life is to be the most joyful, happy, authentic, abundant self and show others how to do the same. The
Yeah.
path is irrelevant. Like
The
your
path
path
is more
is
the mission,
this.
isn't it?
Yeah, the
What you
path
do,
is the
how you do it.
mission. But yeah, by you living your most happy, joyful, authentic, abundant self, you're showing your clients and everybody else around you that it is possible for them. And then they start to live up to that too. So I love that. Love, love, love that.
We're very in tune because I say when people say, I don't know what my purpose is, and my purpose is to love, but my mission is how do I go about delivering that love? So I do
Exactly.
my energy healings, I do my coaching, be nice to the checkout lady and whatever it is, just do it with love. And I think we all have a different mission, but pretty much our purpose is exactly as you say, it's all the same. Yeah,
Mm.
love, basically.
We are on the same wavelength, you and me, Becky.
Of course.
I love that for us. Well done, us. Okay, so tell me, what is your favorite thing about what you do?
Oh, my favorite thing. I think as humans, we all do something for ourselves. And I feel just in that moment with somebody, talking energy, talking about my client and feeling the energy in them clear and lift and rise, and knowing that they're onto their purpose and mission. Just sitting with a client and seeing the results in them. That is it's great for them, but it's purely selfish for me as well in terms of I feel so much joy. I feel the love in the room. I feel the love in the Zoom, when things are growing, when things are happening. Yeah, I love that. I
Yeah.
used to really love someone on my table and my hands would dance and pull out energy and do all these things. And COVID came along and actually I moved remote at the same time. So that's when I took up more online stuff. And then I realized that just about the hands dancing across, somebody's body on a table and doing all the magic. It's beautiful. Like people were sending me photos or just saying, "Can you work on this one or that one for me?" And I wasn't even getting on a Zoom and doing it. And I was like, "Wow, this is brilliant. This is so good." And then just develop from there. So I think it's all about the connection, whether it's in person or online. It's the connection has to be the most favorite part, I think.
Yeah. And like when you say like it's a selfish part of me, like I feel like we have to be like this because otherwise you wouldn't do what you were doing, and then how can you be of service if you're not if you're not
Enjoying it.
enjoying it?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's that healthy ego that a lot of people don't allow themselves to have any ego whatsoever. And it's like, yeah, you're potentially missing out though. Hey,
Oh, I think ego is essential. Like we need to know what we're about and what we love in life, and to do that, because whether we're into cars or healing or whatever it is we're into, if we're doing it so authentically and we love it, then the world around us shines too.
I heard a story about a man who decided to experiment with himself and kill off all aspects of ego. All
Okay.
aspects of ego, he killed it off. And he actually lost himself completely. And he had no personality, no anything. He was just like joyless because he'd cut the ego out so much. And it's like so many people give ego such a bad rep.
Yeah, I agree. Ego's, isn't it skyhooks? I'm showing my age here. but ego is such a dirty word. And or that's what I used to think the words were. Maybe they're not. But I think of that and I think, no, that's so wrong. We're taught to it's really the Aussie way as well. I know we have overseas listeners here, but the Aussie way really is the tall poppy syndrome. Don't allow, if anyone's doing well, pull them down. And if we don't allow people to be in their ego, we have to share, we have to give to others first with this, but we can't give from an empty space. And yeah, I love that ego is all about your values. It's telling you what you value in life, and our values are what we love. So, they allow us to get up and get out of bed. And if we're doing those daily and weekly, then we have a chance to succeed in life.
Yeah. All right, cool. So who is it that you actually help? Like, who is your niche? Like, let's just use the terms that everybody knows. I don't particularly like using those terms, but everybody kind of knows those terms. So who is your like ideal client? Who are the people that you are able to help the most? Is it entrepreneurs? Is it like sporting people? Like, who is it that you are available to help?
First, I just want to go straight to women straight away. Um, Sorry, gents, I really don't mind helping you at all. I love our connection, but I have a real beautiful spot to help another woman because I realize that women are so nurturing. When they're in their good spot, then the world can grow around them. Like, as I said, when women work together, we move mountains. And yeah, women, they're usually high performing in any field at all, actually. Um, they want to come home to their spiritual self. Um, and when I talk about spiritual, I think, I'm not talking religious and not knocking religion, everything's free to everybody to whatever they want. But yeah, and if it's your religious self you're coming home to, but I really find spiritual wellness, health and wellness is the woman that is drawn to me. And I don't have a specific what your greatness is, but I do specifically work with like I heal healers, I coach coaches. So I
Mm,
work with high performing people, women that are out there and they're sort of leader of their family or their greater pond in their field of work. I'd say high
yeah.
achievers actually, now that you asked that question.
Yeah, cool, cool. So yeah, I like that. Coaches of coaches, because like, and healers of healers, it's like, who does the healer go to? Like we can work on
Beckie.
ourselves to a certain degree, but it's like the way I see it is when I'm healing myself, and obviously I'm extremely capable of it.
Yep.
Um, Actually, I'm going to tell you a story instead of going down that train of path, because, or that train of thought, because the story just, it was like the story, tell the story. So, not long after my surgeries and everything like that, in 2014, I was like, needed to heal so much. And I went for a massage, and the massage lady actually does energy work. So I'm laying there on the table and I'm like, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll tap in myself, and then we can double dose it. So she's healing me and I'm healing me, and we can just double dose it. And then I'll get like a super incredible energy session. And as I was starting to tap in, I heard this voice, just receive it, will you? And I was like,
Beautiful.
oh, just receive it. Because when a healer is trying to heal herself, it's like you're trying to be the healer, the conduit, the receiver, the messenger, the everything. And it's like, just receive it. You tell your
Yeah.
clients to receive, you need to receive as well. So yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand like that, doesn't it?
And that's probably why I come to you a lot because I know you channel and I anyone in front of me, I mean I can channel a stone or a flower or anything. And when people come to me and I channel away, it's just like and I, to be honest, a little story, I found it really hard to say I did that as a job at first because I was brought up with this mindset you have to work hard for things in life, and all this work hard. And I'm like, this is so easy, it's not work. So I found
Mm.
it really hard to say I do it because I was like, oh, I don't work. I just have conversation.
Just have
Um,
conversations and play with energy all day. That's I get paid
yeah,
absolutely for it. So
where I was going is it was so easy to channel for anything and anyone else, and I could receive messages from anything. And then, but yeah, to do it on myself, I do listen to my intuition a fair bit, but I just it's a sticking point at times. And yeah, where do healers go to? And I come to you for a lot of psychic stuff. Megs, what's going on? I need help.
I
And you,
need
you do,
help.
you get me out of the shit and I go on again and then I'll get to another sticking point. Megs, I need to check in, I need help. But yeah, and I love that, like, I don't use names of who my clients are, but I have a lot of beautiful ladies, beautiful women that come to me that are out there with massive tribes. They have massive followings and they're doing beautiful work. And those people come to me and I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. I do heal healers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even emerging leaders, people that are coming through. Like if you're attracted to me, then I automatically know if you're not out there performing your thing at the moment, I know that you're meant to. That's why you're drawn to me. And I seem to bring that safety net home to them so that they can go on and do what they need to do.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful.
yeah, I know they're either leaders or emerging leaders. Mm.
Nice one. Well, your work is definitely needed. Which brings us
Yeah.
to the next question. What are you selling at the moment? What's your offer? What are you putting out into the universe that you want to attract people towards?
Yeah, so I think most people know me as the first aider, the emergency. When I'm in the shit, when I'm stuck, I go and see Beckie. But I've really want to, yes, that will still be available, but limited numbers. Because I want to go on a journey with people. I want to do the 12 week programs, where we have that beautiful rapport, one sister to another. Absolutely, you're climbing, let's say, climbing the ladder within your own world, sort of thing, being as your group is the embodied CEO, becoming the CEO of yourself. You don't have to be running a business to be the CEO of yourself. You can be a mum, you can be, well, you don't even have to be a parent, but just ownership of your own life, CEO of your own life. And that's what I do. So at the moment, I've got a 12-week program and it's out for 2497. And what I'm actually going to offer, Megs, because you've got such a beautiful tribe. So I'm going to offer that down to 1997 up, if you jump in before the 1st of May. Anybody that listens to this podcast, anyone that's part of Meg's environment, or my own, of course. So there's a big $500 discount there for 3 months for a 12-week period. Um, if you haven't yet come across me and you're just learning about me through Meg's world, then I'm happy to do a single session for 333. And if you decide, yes, I'd love to take a journey with Beckie, then I'll take that 333 off the offer as well. So that it's
That's
still,
incredible.
yeah, that way, if you have been your single session, you get your session, I get my reward out of it as well. But if you want to take that journey, I'll put that into your 12-week program and away we go.
Yeah, perfect. That sounds incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thank you for offering that. So that's the 1st of May 2026. If anybody is listening to this after that, please still reach out to Beckie. She's an incredible human, which actually brings us to the next point. How do people get in contact with you, Beckie Taylor?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much just Facebook and Instagram at the moment. Facebook's my probably more traffic through there. Just jump on Messenger. Um, yeah, as Beckie Taylor. I mean, actually, the photo that Megs has put up, highlighting our podcast together, that's my profile pic. So look at that. And in the blurb, there'll be a bit about, I'm public, so there'll be a bit about intuitive readings, body intel, the energy work that I do. Yeah, happy for you to reach out. I'm always on the end of Messenger to answer anything.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. So yes, I'll put Beckie Taylor's. I always just call you Beckie Taylor. I can't help it. I think I've called you Beckie like 5 times the whole time I've known you. So yes, if you want to get in contact with Beckie Taylor, the link to her Facebook page will be in the description of the video. And I've tagged her in the live here. So feel free to reach out to her and myself if you have any questions at all regarding this conversation. But yeah, Beckie is one of the most humblest, nicest people. So
Oh,
yeah, if you're drawn to her, please reach out to her. So Beckie, I have one more question for you.
yeah.
It's a tough one. It's a hard question. It is a hard question. What is your biggest hope for humanity?
My biggest hope for humanity. It needs to, yeah. I think it's shifting
I
and
know I'm
changing.
getting some people stuck on this question.
Well, my biggest hope for humanity is that we see the beauty within us and each other. We see that it's actually already there. We just need to see it and feel it. Because I believe that we get caught up in the fear and all the those sorts of projections out there. And I put my hand up and I go down the rabbit hole dive now and again on different events in the world, and then I have to pull myself up and go, no, Beckie, no, Beckie, that's that's going to take you on a different path. And it's awesome to know, to be aware of those sorts of things, but it's awesome to shut off from it and just go, you know what? Just keep bringing people back to love. Just keep bringing people back to love, because I have a deep belief there's two emotions, love and fear. And inside fear, we've got, well, fear itself, but there's the shame, the guilt, the apathy, the anger, all those sorts of things. And under the love emotion, we have joy, enlightenment, reason, acceptance, all those beautiful sorts of emotions. So if we're feeling any of the emotions in the fear umbrella, it's just because we don't have enough love going on. If we're that full of love, then we wouldn't feel those emotions as much. Not saying not to feel them, by the way, that's a whole different conversation. But
Mm,
basically, if we're living in that path, I just sort of bring my self home and go, love or fear, Beckie, which one is it? And what little labels are inside the love emotion that I can tap back into. And yeah, so for humanity, I'd love for us to see ourselves. And once we see and know ourselves, we start seeing that reflection in the bigger world as well. And that golden age, that golden era, it's really us. We're coming home to ourselves. And if we could all see that and work towards that, then I think that's the key, and that's exactly where humanity's going. I
yeah,
think it's
love that.
there behind the fear veil, just removing that fear veil, and then we go, oh, there
Yeah,
you
I
are.
just feel like the fear, like, I don't know, without going super deep into it, like the people that don't want us to thrive have been very good at placing fear into us.
Yes,
And yeah, so now it's time to like reclaim that and be like, now we don't have to worry about the witch trials anymore. We don't have to worry about, being stoned to death because of our beliefs. So let them flow.
yeah, yeah. And that's men are beautiful humans as well. And I apologize that I don't talk as much to you, gentlemen, but I feel I'm here to, be in a sisterhood where we're raising sisters up, we're raising each other up. And I don't, when I'm with a client, I'm not on a pedestal and, there's somebody else. We're sisters and we're working this out together. And, as I say, magic happens. We move mountains when we work together. But I think the greater sisterhood is what can, our men can then get on and do what they're doing, because their women are doing well in life. They're supporting each other. They've got focus and drive to lead and guide us in other ways. And, you know, if we sort of don't separate and put all these fences up like we seem to, like, you know, my mum and her sisters, they raised all of us kids together. Um,
Mm,
we're not, certainly not a cult or anything, we're just families, but we really looked out for each other in different ways that we do now. We're so separated and fences are getting taller and all the rest of it. And it's like, no, you look after your family. Don't you discipline my kid. You look after your family. And I'm like, no, 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 no. We're expecting our men to become feminine and, you know, do all the talking and nurturing with us. Yes, it's good to work together with them, but if we supported each other, then the men can be in their masculine role safely and do their thing without worrying about, oh, I have to service this in a different way now as well. And yeah, so it's quite a journey, but we can only do our part. And I feel my part is to work with women in knowing who they are and knowing who their sister is and loving on the whole aspect of raising women.
yeah, beautiful. Well said. Well said, Beckie Taylor. Love it all.
Thank you.
Love it all. Love you. And yes, thank you so much for being in the Embodied CEO era. I really appreciate it. And like I have so much love for you because you are very nurturing and because you do come from that place of love. And as much as we want to make money doing what we want to do, the fact of the matter is, if money wasn't a thing, we would still be doing this. And that's why I love you, is because I know that even if you never got paid another cent in your life, you would still do this work because it's what you're drawn to. So
100%.
absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you want to get in contact with Beckie Taylor or with me, the links are going to be there. Watch this video as many times as you feel like you need to. Love you all, and remember to always learn lots and be kind. Mwah. Thank you.
Big love. Thanks.